Welcome in, everybody, to our deep dive into tech and finance for this January the 22nd, 2025.
We've got some really interesting stories today.
Yeah, definitely some big headlines.
Absolutely ones that could change whole industries even.
Oh, for sure. And I think one of the biggest ones that really jumped out at me was this partnership between Aethir and Parasail to bring high-performance GPUs to the decentralized cloud.
Yeah.
So what does this mean for the future of cloud computing?
Well, it could signal a shift away from the centralized cloud that we're all used to, relying on those giants like Amazon and Google.
Yeah.
But instead, imagine a world where your data and processing power are spread across a network and you're actually participating in it.
Okay, so instead of big tech being in control, it's more like a shared resource.
Exactly.
What are the concrete benefits?
You would have greater user control over data,
Okay.
increased security through that distribution,
Huh.
and even potential resistance to censorship or outages.
Right, because it's not all centralized in one spot.
Exactly.
So it's a move towards a more open and resilient internet infrastructure.
I think so.
Now, Aethir and Parasail aren't the only players in this space.
Right.
What sets them apart?
Well, their focus on delivering those high-performance GPUs is really key.
And why is that?
Well, think about the possibilities for really demanding applications. AI, machine learning, high-end gaming, all within that decentralized framework.
So it's not just about, storing data anymore. It's about actually being able to do really powerful things with it.
Exactly.
That's incredible. So this is a significant step forward in making those solutions more powerful and versatile.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, shifting gears a little bit, let's talk about the military.
Okay.
SynQor, a company known for those robust power solutions. They've just released a new power factor correction module specifically for military applications.
Right.
What makes this technology so important in that sector?
Well, it's all about reliability and performance in really, really tough conditions.
So we're talking about like battlefields and unpredictable environments.
Exactly. And this module can handle it all.
What makes it so special?
Well, it has dual input capability, so it can draw power from both AC and DC sources.
Wow, so it's versatile.
Incredibly versatile.
That's really important when you're in the field and you don't know what kind of power you're going to have access to.
It's absolutely.
So what kind of innovation went into creating this?
Well, they're using cutting-edge silicon carbide technology,
Yeah.
which gives you higher efficiency and power density, but it's still in a compact form factor.
So it's small but powerful.
Exactly. And in those environments, space and weight are critical considerations.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's a testament to how quickly technology is advancing.
For sure. Now let's move on to a story about using technology to empower communities.
Okay.
The Navajo Nation is working on a $31 million modernization project with Arctic IT.
Right.
What's the goal here?
It's all about upgrading their technology infrastructure
Okay.
and improving access to essential services.
So things like healthcare and education.
Exactly.
It's amazing how technology can really be used to make a positive difference in people's lives.
Absolutely. It's all about bridging that digital divide and empowering people.
Now, not all tech news is positive, unfortunately, and there's some drama brewing within the Ethereum Foundation.
Yeah, there's a bit of a power struggle happening.
What's going on?
Some community members are calling for the current leader, Aya Miyaguchi, to step down,
Okay.
and they want Danny Ryan to take over.
So there's disagreement about who should be leading.
Exactly, and that sparked this whole debate about the direction of the Ethereum ecosystem.
And Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum's co-founder, he's actually spoken out in support of Miyaguchi.
He has.
What does all this tell us about these decentralized systems?
I think it highlights that even without a central authority, you still have power dynamics and human conflict.
Right. Even with this revolutionary technology, the human element is still very much at play.
It definitely is, and it just shows the challenges of governance and decision-making in these new models. It's something to think about. And speaking of human factors, we've got to talk about Donald Trump.
Oh boy.
Back in the headlines this time, through a crypto venture.
It's certainly causing a stir.
So tell me about this.
Well, a cryptocurrency venture that Trump is backing has reportedly raised $1 billion.
Wow.
And the Trump meme coin, its market value has skyrocketed to $10 billion.
That's a lot of money. What does this surge in activity tell us about the connection between politics and the crypto market?
Well, I think it shows how much influence political figures can have.
Especially with those meme coins.
Absolutely. Those are driven by speculation and hype.
So is this a good thing or a bad thing for the crypto market?
Well, the potential for manipulation is a valid concern.
Right.
It really highlights the need for transparency and responsibility within this space.
It also raises those big questions about what role political figures should have in a market that's all about decentralization.
It's a complex issue for sure.
Definitely something we'll have to keep an eye on. Absolutely. It's certainly an interesting case. And speaking of interesting, let's move on to the world of intelligent robotics.
Right, sounds good.
A company called Sereact. They're developing some really innovative solutions in that field, and they've just secured a pretty big chunk of funding.
Yeah, they raised 25 million euros in Series A funding, which is really significant.
It is.
What is it about Sereact that's attracting all this attention?
Well, their focus is on software.
Okay.
So instead of building robots from scratch,
Yeah?
they develop the intelligent software that can be applied to all sorts of existing robotic platforms.
Oh, so they're not making the hardware.
Exactly. They're making the brains.
Interesting. And what's the advantage of that?
Well, it offers a lot more flexibility and it allows for faster innovation.
Because they can adapt to whatever's already out there.
Precisely.
So they're kind of like the operating system of the robotics world.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And this software-centric approach is becoming really important.
Oh, absolutely, because it lets companies leverage existing hardware and focus on developing those intelligent systems that drive automation.
So it's all about making robots smarter.
Exactly.
It sounds like they're in a great position to capitalize on this growing demand for intelligent automation.
I think so, for sure.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from the decentralized cloud to the Ethereum Foundation and Donald Trump's crypto ventures.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of news.
What stood out to you the most?
Honestly, the Aethir and Parasail partnership is really exciting.
Yeah, I agree.
That focus on high-performance GPUs in a decentralized cloud, I think it could be a real game changer.
It has the potential to change how we think about the internet.
Absolutely.
What about the Navajo Nation's modernization project?
I think it's a fantastic example of technology being used for good.
Yeah, bridging that digital divide is so important.
It is, and it can have a huge impact on people's lives.
Now, we can't forget about the drama unfolding within the Ethereum Foundation.
No, definitely not.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it just shows how complex governance can be in decentralized systems.
Even when you remove the central authority, you still have those human elements coming into play.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that these new models come with their own set of challenges.
It's definitely something to consider. And what about Trump and his crypto venture?
Well, it's certainly making waves.
It does raise a lot of questions about the relationship between politics and the crypto market.
It does.
And the potential for manipulation is a concern.
For sure. But it also highlights the growing influence of cryptocurrency.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up today's deep dive, what are the key questions our listeners should be asking themselves?
I think the most important thing is to consider the ethical and societal implications of all these advancements.
Okay.
How can we ensure that these technologies are used responsibly?
That's a big one.
How do we balance innovation with regulation?
Right. Finding that balance is crucial.
And how can we stay informed and engaged as all of this continues to evolve?
Those are all excellent questions. And it's clear that 2025 is going to be a wild ride.
Oh, I think so.
So to our listeners, stay curious, stay informed, and join us next time for another deep dive.
It's amazing to see all these developments happening so quickly.
Yeah, I know, right? 2025 is already shaping up to be a pretty crazy year.
It is, and it makes you wonder what's next.
I know we've talked about a lot today. Any final thoughts for our listeners?
I think the biggest thing is just to stay curious.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
technology and finance, they're changing so fast.
Right.
It's crucial to stay informed.
But it's not just about reading headlines.
No, exactly. It's about really thinking critically about what these advancements mean.
Like, what are the long-term implications?
Exactly, and asking those tough questions.
Because it all affects us.
It does. It affects our lives, our societies, even our future.
And we're not just watching this happen.
No, we're part of it.
The choices we make today, the questions we ask, they all shape where this is going.
Yes, absolutely. We're all shaping the future.
That's a powerful thought.
Yeah.
So to our listeners out there, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking those important questions.
Absolutely. Keep learning. Keep exploring.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the latest news. But until then, thanks for joining us.